refused to donate my kidney to my SIL after finding out she and my brother were spreading rumors about me having an affair with my best friend's husband. I, 28F, never thought I would be posting here, but I really need outside perspective. I'm the oldest of 2 children. My brother Tom and I grew up really close despite our age gap. Our dad worked in construction and mom was a teacher, so we didn't have much growing up, but we had each other. Tom was always my protector. He stood up to bullies for me in school, helped me through my first breakup, and was there when I started my first job. Tom met Bella during their sophomore year of college. She seemed perfect, smart, pretty, and from a good family. They dated for 3 years before getting married. I was the maid of honor and even helped plan their whole wedding since Bella's family lived out of state. They settled in our hometown and we all spent holidays together. Bella became like a sister to me. Everything changed last year when Bella started feeling constantly tired. After many tests, doctors diagnosed her with kidney disease. Her kidney function kept declining despite medications. 3 months ago, her doctor said she needed a transplant. They tested her family first, but no one was a match. Tom got tested next but wasn't compatible either. That's when they approached me about getting tested. I agreed immediately. Bella was family and I couldn't imagine losing her. The initial tests showed I was potentially compatible. I went through more detailed testing which confirmed I was a perfect match. I started preparing for the surgery, arranged leave from work, and even moved some money around to cover recovery time. Then last week, my best friend Lisa called me crying. Lisa and I have been friends since middle school. She's married to Mark, who she met through me since he worked at the same company. They've been married 5 years and have a 2-year-old daughter who I'm godmother to. Lisa was completely broken on the phone. She finally told me that Bella and Tom had been spreading rumors about me having an affair with Mark. Apparently, they told everyone that Mark and I were sleeping together whenever Lisa was traveling for work. They said we had been seen coming out of hotels together and that I was trying to break up their marriage. None of this was true. Mark is like a brother to me. We barely even talk except at group gatherings or about our goddaughter. I confronted Tom and Bella immediately. To my shock, they didn't deny spreading the rumors. Bella claimed they did it to protect Lisa because I was getting too close to Mark. She said they saw how I looked at him during family gatherings and were worried. Tom backed her up, saying several people had commented on my inappropriate behavior with Mark. I was stunned. I've spent the last year helping them through Bella's illness. I drove them to doctor's appointments since Tom doesn't like driving in the city. I cooked meals when Bella was too sick. I researched kidney disease and helped them understand treatment options. I was even willing to undergo major surgery and give up my kidney. Yet the whole time, they were trying to destroy my reputation and my closest friendship. I told them I'm withdrawing my offer to donate. Tom completely lost it. He started screaming that I was killing his wife over petty drama. Bella broke down crying, saying they only spread the rumors because they cared about Lisa. But that makes no sense. If they cared about Lisa, why try to convince her that her husband was cheating? Why try to destroy her marriage? When I pointed this out, they changed their story. Bella said they only told a few close friends who noticed something was off. But Lisa showed me screenshots proving otherwise. Bella had messaged dozens of people, including Mark's coworkers' wives, warning them about me. She told mutual friends not to invite me to gatherings because I was a homewrecker. They systematically tried to isolate me from everyone. My parents got involved after Tom called them. They came to my house saying I was being selfish and heartless. Mom brought up how Tom protected me growing up and said I owed him this. When I showed her Bella's messages spreading lies about me, she said it didn't matter because Bella's life was at stake. Dad hasn't spoken to me since that day. The news spread through our extended family. My aunts and uncles are calling to tell me I'm wrong. Even my cousins who I grew up with are posting on social media about how horrible I am. Only my cousin Amy and Lisa are supporting my decision. Amy said she always felt something was off about Bella but couldn't prove it. Tom keeps texting me saying I'm being vindictive and cruel. That I'm choosing petty drama over his wife's life. But this wasn't just drama. They spent a year systematically trying to destroy my friendships and reputation. They wanted everyone to think I was a horrible person who sleeps with married men. All while accepting my help and support with Bella's medical issues. I blocked their numbers yesterday after Tom's last message saying I was dead to him. Our parents are still trying to pressure me to reconsider. Mom says I'll regret this when Bella dies and that I'm throwing away my relationship with my only brother. Maybe they're right, but I keep thinking, what kind of people spend a year spreading vicious lies about someone who is helping them? Who'd try to destroy their friendships and reputation? What else might they do to me in the future? Lisa thinks I'm making the right choice. She said she can't believe they tried to use her marriage as a weapon against me. That real family doesn't try to destroy you. But I'm struggling with guilt. Bella's health is getting worse and I could help her. At the same time, they showed their true colors. They were willing to ruin my life while smiling to my face and accepting my help. I don't think I can go through major surgery and recovery for people who hate me this much. Am I wrong for refusing to donate? Should I put aside their betrayal because Bella's life is at stake? I feel like I'm going crazy with everyone telling me I'm a horrible person for this decision. Update 1: Things have gotten much worse since my last post. Bella's condition deteriorated rapidly and she was admitted to the hospital 3 days ago. My parents have basically turned our entire extended family and church community against me. They told everyone I'm refusing to save an innocent woman's life out of spite. People I barely know are messaging me on Facebook and Instagram calling me a murderer. My uncle cornered me at the grocery store yesterday screaming about how I'm not a Christian anymore. My childhood friends from church are posting Bible verses about helping others and tagging me. The pastor's wife even called suggesting I come in for counseling about my hardened heart. I had to block dozens of people and make all my social media private. Yesterday I discovered something that finally made everything clearer. Lisa's cousin Jenny works as a nurse at the hospital where Bella is being treated. She wasn't directly involved in Bella's care, but she overheard discussions between the medical team. She told Lisa that Bella has been actively refusing to consider other treatment options or join the national donor waiting list because they were so sure I would donate. The doctors apparently gave her other options months ago. She could have started peritoneal dialysis, which would have let her continue working and living normally while waiting for a donor. There were also clinical trials she qualified for. But she refused everything, insisting she didn't need those options because her sister-in-law would give her a kidney. When I told my parents this, they accused me of making up lies to justify my selfishness. Mom said I was trying to blame Bella for my own cruel decision. They refused to believe that Bella would gamble with her health like that. Tom posted a long rant on Facebook about how his heartless sister is letting his wife die while spreading lies about her. The comments are full of people I grew up with condemning me. I couldn't take it anymore, so I went to speak with Bella's doctor directly. He was initially hesitant to discuss another patient's case, but when I explained the situation and that I was the potential donor they'd been counting on, he opened up. He confirmed everything Jenny said. Bella repeatedly refused to explore other options or join waiting lists because she was certain about getting my kidney. He seemed frustrated that she gambled her health on this single option instead of pursuing alternatives earlier. The worst part is what Amy told me yesterday. She went to visit Bella in the hospital since they're technically still family. While she was there, she overheard Tom and Bella talking in Bella's room. Bella was crying about needing my kidney and Tom said, "Don't worry, once she donates we'll cut her off completely. She won't be able to spread lies about us anymore." They were literally planning to take my kidney and then remove me from their lives entirely. When I told my parents about this conversation, they said Amy was lying to support my decision. That she always been jealous of how close Tom and I were. Tom and Bella obviously denied the conversation ever happened when confronted. But it makes perfect sense, they never actually apologized sincerely for spreading rumors about me and Mark. They just wanted my kidney. I finally decided to go no contact with my parents for a while. They keep showing up at my house trying to pressure me into donating. Yesterday Mom broke down crying, saying I'm not the daughter she raised. That she and Dad gave up everything to give Tom and me a good life and this is how I repay them. That hurt more than anything else, but I can't give in. These people tried to destroy my reputation and friendships, and now want to use me for my organs before cutting me out of their lives. Lisa says I should move away for a while until things calm down. Her cousin Jenny told us that Bella's doctors are pushing her to accept other treatments now that I've firmly refused to donate. But Bella is still refusing, probably hoping the pressure from family will make me change my mind. My parents think this proves how much Bella trusts and loves me, that she's willing to stake her life on me doing the right thing. I think it shows how manipulative she is. I've stopped going to church since I can't deal with the judgmental looks and whispered comments. My boss has been understanding and let me work from home after Tom showed up at my office making a scene. Amy is basically my only family contact now since most relatives have taken Tom and Bella's side. The guilt is still there, but it's mixed with anger now. They destroyed my reputation, tried to ruin my best friend's marriage, and now they're painting me as a murderer to everyone we know. All while planning to use me for my kidney and then discard me. How can my parents not see how twisted this is? How can they expect me to undergo major surgery for people who hate me this much? I just want this nightmare to be over. Update 2: Bella got moved up on the donor waiting list due to her deteriorating condition. Her doctors finally convinced her to accept other treatment options. My parents viewed this as proof I was killing her by refusing to donate directly. They still weren't talking to me except to send guilt-tripping messages. Then this Tuesday, everything changed. Mark called me asking to meet urgently. Lisa was with him when we met at a coffee shop. He looked terrible, like he hadn't slept in days. That's when he confessed something that made everything make sense. Last year during Lisa's work trip to Chicago, Bella had tried to seduce him at a neighborhood barbecue party. According to Mark, Bella got drunk and followed him to the garage when he went to get more beer. She tried to kiss him and said she had always been attracted to him. When he rejected her and said he needed to leave, she got angry. She threatened that if he ever told anyone, she would tell Lisa that he came onto her instead. Mark was scared of ruining his marriage, so he kept quiet. 2 weeks after that incident, Tom and Bella started spreading rumors about Mark having an affair with me. It was never about protecting Lisa at all, it was Bella's revenge because Mark rejected her. Mark felt guilty for not telling us sooner, but Bella's threats really scared him. He only came forward now because he couldn't handle the guilt of seeing me vilified by everyone. When Lisa heard this, she was absolutely furious. She drove straight to the hospital to confront Bella. Tom tried to physically block her from entering Bella's room, but Lisa told him everything right there in the hallway. Tom didn't believe it at first, but when they went into Bella's room, she broke down crying. Bella tried claiming she was drunk that night and made a mistake, but Mark had led her on for months. She said he would flirt with her at family gatherings and text her late at night. Mark showed everyone the only texts they ever exchanged, all group messages about neighborhood events. He even had security camera footage from his garage showing Bella following him that night. My parents were there during this confrontation. For the first time, they saw Bella's true colors. She kept changing her story, first denying everything, then blaming Mark, then saying she was going through a rough time in her marriage. Tom just stood there looking stunned as Bella's lies fell apart. The nurses had to intervene because Bella's blood pressure was spiking. Tom left the hospital that night and moved back in with our parents. He isn't speaking to Bella now. Her family is handling her medical care since Tom won't visit anymore. Over the next few days, more truth came out. Several people who believed Bella's lies about me came forward to apologize. They shared other rumors that Tom and Bella had spread that I hadn't even known about. They told people I was fired from my last job for stealing company funds. That I had multiple abortions from sleeping around. That I was deep in debt and kept asking them for money. The lies just kept coming out. My Aunt Paula admitted that Bella told her I was addicted to prescription pills and that's why I shouldn't be allowed to donate my kidney. Another cousin said Tom told him I was mentally unstable and made up the rumors about Bella hitting on Mark because I was jealous of her perfect life. Bella's own sister finally reached out to me. She said Bella had always been intensely jealous of my close relationship with Tom. That she felt threatened by how much he relied on me and wanted to drive us apart. The rumors about Mark were just part of her plan to isolate me from everyone. The hospital's transplant ethics committee is now reviewing Bella's case given everything that's happened. My parents are devastated by all the revelations. Mom tried calling me, but I'm not ready to talk to them yet. They spent months calling me a murderer and turning everyone against me without ever questioning Bella's stories. The worst part is that if Mark hadn't come forward, everyone would have continued believing I was a horrible person who refused to save her sister-in-law out of spite. Bella almost succeeded in destroying my reputation completely. I'm still processing everything and trying to rebuild relationships with family members who shun me. Some have apologized, but others still think I should have donated regardless of Bella's behavior. I've realized those relationships may never recover. Update 3: Bella received a kidney transplant last week from an anonymous donor through the hospital's transplant program. The surgery was successful, but she developed some complications afterward. She's still in the hospital recovering. Tom filed for divorce while she was in post-op. He tried reaching out to apologize to me, but I told him I needed time. Our parents are struggling to process everything that happened. Mom finally gave me a real apology, admitting they pushed me so hard because they couldn't accept that Tom and Bella would lie like that. She said they always saw Bella as the perfect daughter-in-law and couldn't believe she would do something so horrible. Dad hasn't really apologized, but he's been leaving food at my doorstep every few days. Lisa and Mark moved to Seattle for his new job opportunity. We're still close friends and talk almost daily. Mark still feels guilty about not exposing Bella's behavior sooner, but I understand why he stayed quiet. Lisa says moving away was the best decision for them after everything that happened in our community. Amy has been amazing through this whole mess. She helps me navigate family gatherings where I have to see Tom. She also defended me to other family members when they were believing Bella's lies. I don't know how I would have gotten through this without her support. I ran into Bella's sister Kate at the grocery store last week. She told me Bella finally confessed everything to her family. Apparently, Bella had some kind of breakdown after the surgery and admitted to all her lies. She told Kate she was obsessed with having a perfect life and somehow saw me as a threat to that. Kate said Bella's starting therapy to deal with her issues, but I honestly don't care about her recovery anymore. The church community is still divided. Some people apologize for judging me, Others still think family obligations should have outweighed everything else. I've stopped attending services there and found a new church in the next town over. It's nice to worship somewhere people don't know all this drama. Tom is still living with our parents while his divorce processes. He keeps trying to talk to me, sending messages about how sorry he is and how he should have seen through Bella's lies. Part of me understands he was manipulated too, but he chose to believe the worst about his own sister. He participated in spreading those lies about me. That's not something I can just forget. I'm slowly rebuilding relationships with family members who supported Tom and Bella. Some have apologized sincerely, others just want to pretend nothing happened. A few still think I should have donated my kidney regardless of their behavior. I've accepted that they'll never understand my decision. My parents want to have a family dinner to start healing, but I'm not ready. They spent months calling me heartless and turning people against me. Mom says they were desperate to save Bella's life, but they never once considered that I might be telling the truth about her. That kind of blind betrayal takes time to forgive. For now, I'm focusing on my own life. I got a promotion at work and I'm planning a trip with Amy next summer. Lisa keeps trying to set me up with Mark's cousin in Seattle. Maybe someday Tom and I can repair our relationship, but that would require him to truly understand how much he hurt me. Some bridges can't be unburned, and I'm learning to be okay with that. Bella's health is stable now with a new kidney. I heard she's moving back to her hometown after she recovers. Hopefully, that means this chapter of my life is finally closing. I've learned a lot about family, loyalty, and standing up for myself through all this. Sometimes the hardest decisions are also the right ones.